over here just laying down. I forgot my part somehow. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Did Phoenix forget that what's-his-name just got in a car wreck and died?
Who cares about Gumshoe?
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
What?
What do you mean?
This note was not written by Ms. Impax herself. It is a fake.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida.
What do you think about that, Wright?
Mr. Corrida?
Well. It looks like Ms. Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
This theory that Omgard had no idea that the suicide note was a fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
I don't have any evidence. I guess I have evidence. I don't know what it is yet, but...
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Ongard to have known it was a fake.
Yes.
To not have known it was a fake.
Not have known it was a fake.
I didn't even read it, but I was like trying to figure out because I just assumed it was correct. I was just like, what does that mean? I thought we were saying he...
It's a double thing to trip me up.
I mean, why would he be after it if it was a fake?
He didn't know it was a fake.
But
Edgeworth is saying.
if he knew, if he didn't, I just don't get it.
lost.
How could OnGuard know it was fake?
How could he?
Yeah, we don't believe you. He thought it was fake. Because the note was in the bear.
Yeah, only Jordan and Wolf were there.
Yeah.
And Andrews.
Or because Celeste loved him.
What?
That's the only way I could
I don't know. Should I present the bear or the note?
I'm gonna tell you, don't present the note. I don't know why you would think you would present the note. That's the only reason I'm telling you that is because it should be obvious not to present the note.
Because maybe it's because it says stuff on it. I don't know. Is it the bear? I don't think it's the bear, is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your response to this bear?
I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's chest is real.
He doesn't have a pin to his chest, does he?
That is the million-dollar question.
I thought he has it in his pocket.
You can see the little yellow dot on his Sprite.
Oh. I agree.
Me too.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say I messed up again.
Actually, there's something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well.
That's it!
So they just give you it if you don't know.
I guess so.
Yes, and so naturally, this means that Mr. OnGuard would have known that the note was a fake.
You're welcome, Phoenix. Order! Order! See here, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I was the one who thought of the spying thing. Jumping in and stealing my thunder like that. Simply, I can't even describe it.
Yes, sorry.
Evil. I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild, had you not. For that, I assign you a penalty, Mr. Wright.
What? If only I had kept my mouth shut.
So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation had suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. OnGuard's motive for murder was
Why is he talking again? He's going to get in trouble.
suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. OnGuard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. OnGuard didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place?
Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth! It looks like this time it is you who dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Huh? As you figured?
As I figured, it all came down to this.
Mr. Edgeworth, you make no sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Onguard's motive through evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual.
Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of person is this?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly de Killer to commit murder.
That's impossible! No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth! Who is this witness?
It's
Yes, go on. Who?
the man himself, Mr. Shelly de Killer.
Oh, Mr. de Killer. What? Shelly de Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking.
The judge is excited.
Clearly.
He'll take his autograph.
I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Yes?
is this all right with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objection, Your Honor.
Why would he be against that? Like, if they bring him there, they got him in custody. Unless he's like calling over Zoom, but still, I mean, I don't know how that would hurt anything. I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left for us?
Now then, witness. Your name and, occupation, please.
Oh.
Very good, sir. My name is Shelly de Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
Say. What's going on here?
The judge turns southern all the time. Your Honor, you're right.
How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. de Killer will testify to the court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. de Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly de Killer. I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry!
Maya!
Maya!
A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? Does he really have a kidnapped victim?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly de Killer.
Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this incorrect? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. That's it. A bad dream.
Shelly de Killer? What is he going to say?
There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. de Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. de Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend.
The judge doesn't trust people.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you going to cross-examine this guy or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Surprised he didn't just say, you better press him by as much information as you can get. Gorge.
Give it time.
We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients?
What? Why is Phoenix trying to rush anything? I don't understand.
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means?
So sorry. Go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you cannot badger, Mr. Wright.
The judge is pretty tranquil.
It's only because you don't know about Maya's situation.
Didn't he ask anything about why Phoenix screamed out at the top of his lungs, Maya? Why wouldn't you wonder about that? The same Maya that constantly would scream in the courtroom about things and object, even though she shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but the judge is clearly only half there.
The trust between you and your client?
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the Killer family name so my clients can trust me.
There's just a Jeff de Killer and Sean de Killer. It's just a family name.
But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It's never happened before, but if it ever did,
Yes?
that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough, please! No more!
Very well, it was only a hypothetical anyway.
It seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them.
Doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No! No! I didn't say anything!
The judge is better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
That egomaniacal.
Egomaniacal.
Uh-oh.
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you.
Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already.
Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk.
I'm not his therapist, you know.
What else am I supposed to do? I already pushed him on everything.
Press on everything again. The trust between you and your client?
I provide my services. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules.
A person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person.
I've no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured?
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
This case just keeps getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed.
everyone understands your point. I think, really.
In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you have trust over all else. We're ready. Excellent! Truth gets really nervous talking to an assassin, okay?
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews.
What?
What?
Huh?
Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. de Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with the court, Mr. de Killer told him a different name. Matt On Guard, perhaps?
I knew it!
This is outrageous! I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you are the one who summoned this witness.
You, Shelly de Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt On Guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is but cure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. de Killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it's obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt On Guard is innocent!
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you've reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately!
What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant.
I mean, it happens every case. Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly de Killer is certainly lying under oath.
Wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please! The testimony just now, it was all one big lie!
Miss Andrews!
The suicide note was a fake, but that man, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was horrible, a horrible lie.
But Mr. de Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife, the baton, the donning of the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Pax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt you. I would say you had plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
I know! Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them! Tell them the story! Tell them who the killer is! Tell them! Please! Help me!
Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we've reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
Kill Maya.
Phoenix.
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt Arngard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let... How's the judge not hearing him?
He's just pretending he doesn't hear anything. He wants this trial to be over.
I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall.
I think the judge is just a never-ending, no thoughts, head empty.
If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Arngard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that this is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Arngard convicted so many times over. But he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, are you done screaming about him being a murderer? Your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. de Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But, the witness has cleared your client through his testimony! Your job here is done! I want to go home!
I am not done! To see through the witness's lies and find the truth.
See, since the judge doesn't know anything, he just thinks Phoenix and Edgeworth just want to keep doing trial forever. Just think they love being lawyers today.
That is my job, Your Honor! There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in the very tort room, a miracle will occur.
Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. de Killer.
Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done.
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. de Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
Well, they could also have it later today. People would like going to court more, probably.